Doing our daily routine checks on our cars is very important. As we're going to watch this short video to understand the various areas we have to do our daily routine checks. And so let's watch this video. This video will train us, will educate us in the various areas. Though this is not the only areas we can do our daily routine checks, but this can give us the basic idea as to what we have to do every day. Let's watch it.
All right. The next one is the coolant. So with the coolant, you can see on the lid here, we have coolant. Now with the coolant, you either use water or a cooling agent. The water is the cheapest alternative and it also works effectively. The only thing about water is it easily evaporates, so you have to be topping up from time to time. Also, make sure the water is coming from a good source. Sources of water like rainwater and well water are not good for the engine because they contain a lot of ions and they can easily cause rust as it circulates to cool the engine. So if you are using water, just use pure water. If you don't want to use water, use a cooling agent. The cooling agent is much more effective and very friendly to your engine. The next thing you also check is your battery. Okay, for your battery, make sure all the terminals are always tight so that when you are starting your car, the car can easily start and also charge properly. There's also a glass on most batteries which reflects reflect the color, and the color lets you know the health of the battery. Remember this, green always means the battery is in good condition. If you see either red or black, it means that the battery level is low and you have to recharge. If it is white, just dispose of the battery and forget about it. It's fault. You can't do anything about it. Then we have the brake fluid. Okay, the brake fluid is always, behind the battery and is very close to the driver. So if you look at the lid here, I'm coming, let me remove it. I'm sure you can see the brake fluid. Okay. So make sure the brake fluid level is always at the right level, is at the maximum level. The brake fluid allows the brakes to work very effectively when you apply the brakes, okay? And it also helps prevent brake failure. So make sure the brake fluid level is always at the right level. Now, so these are the basic things you check. For some manual cars, we have a container for ATF, that's automatic transmission fluid. So if it has it, you also check and make sure the level is right. Now, last but not the least, you go around and do a physical inspection for your tires. So for your tires, you check for cuts, you check for damages, and you check for the level of wear and tear. You can see this tire is very solid. The threads are also thick. The pressure is okay, and everything is intact. So you check that for all the four tires. All the four tires. If there are any piercings anywhere, you can easily detect it. Drive to a organizer so they fix it for you. If the tire pressure is low, you pass by a organizer, they'll pump the tire for you. So anytime you are done with your routine checks, make sure you close the bonnet very well and it's very secure. When it's secured, your fingers will not be able to fit under the bonnet. Now this is very important because if you don't close it properly and you are driving, sometimes the rush of wind can force it open and smash your windscreen. This one I've seen some before, not that someone is telling me. So you need to make sure your bonnet is always properly closed before you set off. So basically, these are the routine checks.
So thank you for watching. I hope you have learned a lot. So now you can do your daily routine checks. These are the basic ones. There are others that we can also add to the list. So as a driver, depending on you, you can add others to the list. Maybe yours can be 10, can be maybe 12 or more. So add to the list.